Hey everyone, it's Katasha from the blog Broke Girl Rehab, and you are watching my review of FinCon 2016. So this year was my very first FinCon, and I thought it'd be a great idea to make a video for anyone who might be considering attending in the future. In short, FinCon was an amazing experience that I highly recommend, but hopefully this video will help you answer any questions that you might have and let you know what to expect. So I went ahead and organized this video into different sections, so feel free to check out the description box below and skip around to get the specific information that you want to hear. All right. So first of all, what is FinCon and who is it for? So FinCon is an annual conference for people in personal finance media. So personal finance bloggers, vloggers, podcasters, authors, the whole works. And it's quickly growing. So I think in 2013, they had about 400 people. And this year they had over 1,200. That is freaking crazy. And even though the conference is for people in personal finance media, the emphasis is on the media part, not the actual personal finance. Basically, it's a marketing conference specifically geared for people in personal finance. Now, I will say that there were some talks focused on finance. For instance, Ash of the Liberty podcast did a great presentation on Bitcoin. There was an early retirement panel with JD Roth from Money Boss, Joshua Sheets, Emma Lincoln, and Joe Udo from Retire by 40. But if you're going to the conference specifically to hear about early retirement or investing, you will be sorely disappointed. Hopefully in the future they will have more personal finance talks, but for now I'm not so sure. So basically FinCon is for people who have a media platform and want to take it to the next level, or for people who want to create their own media platform. Oh, and for brands. So if you are a brand or if you are a person with a platform that wants to partner with brands, there are a lot of resources for that too. But we'll talk more about that later. Okay, so now that we know what FinCon is and who it's for, what are some of the benefits of going? First of all, for me, definitely the people. I am very much a person that needs to feel connected to something bigger than myself. And when you go to FinCon, you definitely feel like you are part of a community. Everyone in this space is so helpful and they really want to help you grow and succeed. And if I could take away one thing from this conference, it's that there is enough money in this space to go around and for people to thrive. And people in FinCon are they're your collaborators. They're not your competitors. Second, I'd also say that another benefit of going to FinCon is the little nuggets that you get from other bloggers. Now, there are keynote speakers and they're very inspirational, but it's really the workshops where you get to sit in and listen to your favorite personal finance celebrities and get advice from their perspective. I got to hear tips on writing from Paula Pant, who runs the Afford Anything blog and podcast. I got to see a workshop on membership sites from J. David Stein, who runs the Money for the Rest of Us podcast, which is one of my favorite personal finance podcasts. And then I got to hear from people who I wasn't necessarily familiar with at first, but are still doing big things in the personal finance space. So I got to hear from Sandy Smith from Yes, I Am Cheap, and she gave some really great tips on how to be successful on Periscope. Mike Delgado gave a talk on live streaming, which was really good, and I'm really excited to start using live streaming for Broke Girl Rehab. Oh, and on top of that, you can actually get a mentor. So yeah, if you signed up, FinCon would actually pair you up with someone who is a veteran in the personal finance space. And these are big names in the personal finance community. So I saw Talat and Ty from His and Her Money. My friend Amber got paired up with a guy who runs Side Hustle Nation. And I think at one point I actually saw Jay Money just pull up a table and start mentoring people on the fly. So that was really cool too. Oh, and last, another benefit is the opportunity to partner with brands. Now, I don't currently partner with brands, so I don't know too much about it, but a lot of people have expressed to me beforehand that they got freelance and sponsorship opportunities through FinCon. And I actually did meet people who were specifically there at the conference to find people who could amplify their brand. Also, if you get the Pro Networking Pass, I know there's time reserved for you to meet and greet and network with different sponsors. All right, so before I let you go, I do want to share some tips and tricks to make sure that you have a successful FinCon, just in case you do decide to go. First of all, rest up. Please take care of your body beforehand. There is nothing as terrible as waiting all year to go to FinCon only to miss a ton of it because you are sick. So if you can't tell, basically that was my that was my experience. Right before FinCon, I went to a concert with my friends and we stayed up all night and all morning partying. And by the time FinCon came around, I was so sick and I had to miss a ton of the evening event because I had to go home and sleep. So yes, please learn from my mistakes. And also I recommend to try to spend a little bit of time beforehand making connections with other FinCon bloggers. FinCon is seriously like a big family reunion, even if you're a new blogger like I am. Basically, you get to go around and look at people and be like, oh my God, are you so-and-so from so-and-so? Oh my God, are you so-and-so and so-and-so? And you really don't get that experience if you haven't taken the time to talk to people. Also, if you're shy, don't worry about it. Just volunteer. Actually, people don't realize, even though I'm really loud and I'm very wacky, people actually don't realize that I'm very shy. And I hate meeting new people, especially if it's a lot of people at once. But if you volunteer, you get to meet a lot of new friends in an intimate setting, and it's not as intimidating. Yes. Okay, actually that's it. That is all I have. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you are going to FinCon next year, please let me know. My Twitter handle is @BrokeGirlRehab. So go ahead and send me a message through Twitter, and I would be so happy to follow you, connect with you, and all that jazz. If you have any questions, feel free to just leave me a comment below and I will try to answer it to the best of my ability. Or even better, if you actually went to FinCon this year, go ahead and let me know your experience below as well, and share any advice if you have any. I'm sort of debating right now whether or not I should do the hotel block next year because I didn't do it this year, but we'll see. We'll see about that. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone. That is all that I have for this week, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye!